Camp is a special place to work because you see the impact and you watch a kid go from Sunday maybe being here for the first time and a little bit nervous to developing confidence as the weeks goes and friendships. And then they sit at a campfire on Thursday night with arms around each other's shoulders and swaying back and forth to songs. And we finish our Thursday night campfire with a gratitude area that we walk around and say thank you to each other. And to watch people just genuinely say, I appreciate you and I am thankful for you is such an intentional way to create a really great moment at camp. I also just love listening to campers say, I'm gonna be a staff member someday. And they see the future and the potential of their growth and time here at Campaigns.
This was like the dream of mine, I think. Since my very first year, I was terrified, but then I got into it and I just loved everything that camp had to offer. And so I made it my goal to be a Campaigns camp counselor. I was like, that's the move, that's what I have to do. Going through LIT and CIT and all the programs that lead up to it, I finally did it. I finally was in my first staff training and I was actually a staff member, and it was a culture shock, I'm not gonna lie. You know, you go from this place of like, this world is this beautiful, like rainbows everywhere kind of space, and then there's now this job in front of you to do, and there's these problems to solve and these things to deal with. I think that this is a job that sometimes feels like in the moment, maybe you're not doing a lot, but it has a deep impact.
So when I'm looking for staff, because some of our staff are people who've been campers and been part of our environment. And then sometimes we have people who've never come to camp who are coming to join our staff for the very first time. So it's not always that they already know camp. It's that they're kind human beings. Someone who's willing to engage kids and ask questions and joke with them and have fun with them, but is also able to kind of hold them to a standard, because we want to have structure because kids feel more comfortable when there's structure, where they know the boundaries are, and to know that like someone is going to take care of me if someone is not acting the way they should be while they're at camp, because sometimes we make poor decisions even for good kids. And so knowing that my counselor's there to support me and be a safe person that I can go to if something comes up is a really important part of what we look for. Kids love to do the activities, but if they don't like who they're with, they're not going to have a good time. So making sure that our staff are ready to like make those connections and be involved with those kids is very important.
I think that the skills that we grow and gain is way more important than any pay that we'll ever get. Just even stepping in from like a counselor to a leadership role has been just incredible, because when you first get on staff, you have this like imposter syndrome, especially going from a camper to a counselor. So I was like, they're looking to me, they want to listen to me. And so like the skills that I've learned just from camp with like time management and working with the team and having an opportunity to genuinely have an impact on the kids. Because like when kids are looking up to you, it's an amazing feeling, but it's also like a really serious endeavor that we take seriously, because we realize that kids are so impressionable, and it's just so cool to see how like I get to speak in front of a crowd and they actually listen to me, and like I get to work with an amazing team and I get to try new things and I get to develop so many life skills that I wouldn't have a chance to do outside of camp.
It's just really special to get to work in a place with awesome people, and I love that I get to do that every day. Sorry, that's like really emotional for me.